Don't blow away, Hadley. I said, don't blow away. It is super windy. Look at the chicken. Look how windy. What's up, Bob? You want to tell everyone Happy Thanksgiving?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Is it windy out here or what?
Yes.
It is bad.
When I just open the door up flying.
I know, look how windy it is. I hope that trash doesn't blow over again. You know where the lid's at to it?
No.
Where's Bob? No, there's Bobby. What's up, Bob?
We still have trash out here.
You still picking some up?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I already washed my hands.
As you can probably tell, it's about 50-mile-an-hour winds out here. It's hurricane-style winds here in Oklahoma today and tomorrow, I think. Yes, I actually had to tie these down, so we had a lot of... I had to pull out my other camera today because it has a bigger mic on there. Still probably going to be windy, guys. Apologize for that. That's what happens whenever you're filming in the wind. It's going to sound a little bit windy. But I had some comments on my solar panels from the other day. They said, people said, you need to tie them down so the wind doesn't blow them off. Well, I already did that. I just didn't show it. So we've literally put these to the test today, haven't we, Hope, with all the wind?
Yeah.
This has not budged. Our other little solar panels have flew over, but those are fine. These got glass on there. We don't want them going nowhere. So we got some major gusts going on, but we are having our Thanksgiving for my side of the family today. And I'm in charge of cooking the turkeys. So I'm going to show you guys what I've done. I put a picture on Instagram and Facebook showing that I have brined the turkey. So I'm doing 2 turkey breasts today. I'll show you guys all that, putting it all in here and stuff. But then we're going to talk a little bit about the solar system. And I have a major problem that I didn't realize until like last night when I was trying to hook this stuff up. So I didn't get anywhere on it last night, so maybe we can mess with it today. But I'll show you the big problem I got. But I'm going to be cooking these turkeys in the Pit Boss today. And I'm going to set them right here first. That's already hot, so I can season them all up. So I made a very simple brine for the turkeys. I got ice water in there with some herbs that I had, some brown sugar, some salt, and I think that's basically it. A little bit of apple juice. I'm gonna get them out of here, let them cool off, or let them warm up a little bit right here on the side, and then we're gonna season them all up. So I'll show you guys that. So I'll show you guys that to get you in the Thanksgiving mood, because this is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So if I don't see you guys tomorrow, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon with your family and your loved ones. To me, that's what it's all about. It ain't just about the turkey, which that's a plus, but it's about the family time, obviously. So I'm gonna pull these out and get them ready. Y'all see how windy it is? Should have known better than that, but I was gonna try to be, it's right over there. I was gonna try to be quick about it, but it blew away. So we'll set it right here and we'll let the girls hold it for me.
Here.
You can sit right here. There ain't nothing in there, is it? A little dirt don't hurt. You got someone hold it right here for me.
Are you putting a fire in there?
No, I want to put the turkey in there.
Oh my. That's thick. Why is there dirt inside the
It's not dirt, it's oregano or something like that.
What's the little green stuff?
Just some herbs.
Okay, now it'll keep it down, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Ice cube.
Put it up here. Yep, I'm just getting you guys primed for tomorrow. Get you guys all ready to eat some turkey. And if you guys are eating turkey today with us on Wednesday, hopefully it's as good as this is going to be. You guys probably won't get to see the finished product here. You have to go on Instagram, Keeping It Dutch, or Facebook, Keeping It Dutch, to see the finished turkeys, because I'm going to get this video out before they're done. I'm just going to put a little olive oil on here. I'm going to use the Redmond salt. If you guys have never used Redmond salt, it's mined out of Utah. Check them out. It's awesome salt. And this I think I just got from Walmart. It's pretty good too. Probably for a couple hours, just like this, hour and a half. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my pan in here because we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish them off in the pan. Usually I would let these get like the room temperature if I put them on here, but we kind of don't have the time for that, so that's what you see is what you got today. So you want to check the eggs?
Yeah, I think there's 2 eggs.
Have you got any yet today?
1.
I think there's 4 altogether, counting the one that you already got.
Okay. So you think there's going to be 3?
Yes.
I think there's going to be 2. 1.
Ooh, 2, 3.
2.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're a good guesser. Okay, let's walk. You gonna put this in the house? Yeah. Okay. Let's walk over here to the well house. Let me explain some things a little bit better to y'all, because sometimes I don't come across maybe as clear as I'm saying stuff as I'm thinking it in my head. So I made the comment about I was gonna put some batteries underneath the solar panels over there, and I didn't go back and watch it, but what I was talking about was the Jackery that I got and the Blue Eddy and stuff like that. I could set those underneath the panels whenever I'm charging them. Let me show you. The wind has blown all these over, but what I was talking about, I could set these little battery banks up, like they got the other one over there. I could put those actually underneath that and run the wires underneath there. I wasn't talking about these batteries. The battle-borne batteries are staying in here in the insulated well house. This is their permanent home until their life expires in 10,000 cycles. I think is what it says, up to 10,000 cycles for these batteries. So that was a little misunderstanding that you guys didn't really understand what I was talking about. Yeah, definitely not putting those outside in the cold. I was talking about charging the other one. So I think I cleared that up. And then a lot of people are concerned about I don't have enough storage in these batteries. They're 100 amp battle-borne batteries, and there's a lot to these. They're very high tech, you might say, for batteries. You can look them up. I don't know all this I don't know all the specs on them, but I know after watching Martin Johnson talk about them, the meeting at his house, and talking to him about them, they're really good batteries. So those are like I said, a lot of people are worried about not going to have enough storage in these batteries to run that 6,000 watt inverter. Well, I'm not going to be running 6,000 watts, especially with the 4 batteries. So you guys were right to worry about that. What I was talking about, this setup that I got right now is mainly for the well pump over there, and it only cycles as that bladder fills up, and you use that, then it'll come back on, kick on. But we don't use a lot of water daily on here, so this isn't going to be running continuously to drain the battery. So yeah, so that's the most power we're going to be using is probably from the well. And if we end up getting it hooked up to the camper, this system isn't to run the AC units. This is for the fall. It'll give us some time to upgrade some more batteries if we need to do all that for the AC during the summer. We plan on being way ahead in the summer, so it's kind of hard to explain, but I guess what I'm saying is the camper right now uses very minimal electricity. So the furnace is going to be the main part. It's a propane furnace. It's going to be the main portion of electricity probably, and it's just the blower. And so it's not going to be running these batteries. It's not going to drain these batteries in an hour or nothing like that. So from my understanding, we're going to have plenty of power for our purpose right now. Yes, if it was during the middle of summer and we're trying to run the ACs off here, off this right here, it'd just drain it really quick. So I think that kind of explains stuff. That's the purpose of this system. And then once we get our house built, and we're not going to add on to this particular setup, we're going to have a whole completely different one across the property, and leave this one over here for the well house, and probably even the tiny cabin over there. It'll be run off of it over there full time whenever we're over there doing t-shirts and girls are watching TV, stuff like that. So I think this is going to be plenty big enough. And let me show you this. So a company has actually sponsored us in today's video, actually in our life, because this is a really big sponsor. Let me open this door, get some more light in here. Here, I'll just show you the box. So the company's actually, they seen that we were doing this solar setup, and we had not bought an inverter yet, and it was like perfect timing. They reached out to me and said, hey, would you be interested in testing out one of our inverters? And I said, absolutely, but I need one big enough to run my well house. And this is one, it's a 120/240 volt inverter, so it can run, we need 240 to run the well. And this is what they sent me. It's a 6,000, let me show you, it's a 6,000 watt. I'll show you the box and we'll go look at the inverter. So it's by Sun Gold Power. It's a combined inverter and charger. It's a 6,000 watt. I don't know if it says that anywhere on here. It actually came packaged really well. Let's see here. All the specs on there. It says it's easy to install, easy to operate, easy to solve. It's got a lot of different functions on there. I know very little about solar and inverters. I know that you have to have from your solar panels, it goes into a charge controller, and I got that right here, a charge controller. And so I actually called my buddy Martin Johnson and talked to him yesterday to get some advice, and we were talking about the charge controller, making sure it was actually big enough to run the wattage that I'm going to have. And I think what we determined, because we're not using those the 200 watts, we're going to have about 1300 watts of solar. And with this particular charge controller, it's going to be right there. We think it's going to be able to run it with no problems. I mean, we're going to try it, so we'll see. When I talked to him, he said make sure it's a 48 volt, because that's what we're going to be running the batteries in series. Also telling me to make sure we run the batteries in series. So it actually does 12, 24, 36, and 48. So we're good with this charge controller. Now what we determined, if I get more solar for this particular setup, then we'll need a different charge controller and add one and get a bigger one. You experts out there know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm not trying to come across as an expert by any means, because you guys know I'm far from that. But let me show you the actual inverter itself, because this company was actually gave us this inverter for this setup and the 5 solar panels. We'll walk over there and I'll show you those two. So 500 watts of solar and 600 or 6,000 watt inverter / charger. And when I was talking to Martin yesterday, he's actually saying the charger on this inverter is for my generator, because I can hook up the generator. Let me show you. So I'll actually be able to hook this generator up to this inverter to charge the batteries when they're low. But another cool function about this, if it'll focus, it's an auto generator start. So this, once we set this up to that, it will sense when the batteries are low enough, for whatever setting, I don't know if it's a certain percentage, like 25%, the generator will automatically kick on and charge the batteries because of this auto generator starts it up. Your generator has to have a start button on there, a remote start button. The terminal connectors, obviously, the positive, the negative, 48 VDC. That's what we're going to be needing to run the pump. And this thing has way more specs than I know anything about, so you experts out there will know exactly what it is. I've watched several videos on this particular one. So in all the videos I've watched, this inverter's actually got a lot of really good reviews. Yes, it is made in China, but what electronically isn't made in China anymore? You guys know how that is. But it's the low frequency inverter, Sun Gold Power. So they're actually putting on a big sale over on their website, and I'll link a website down in the comment section and in the description box. You guys can go get on the Black Friday sale. So I mean, if you guys are in the market for solar stuff, you know anything about it, that's the place you guys can go check out and get big discounts. Let me show you the 5 solar panels they sent me for our well house. So I showed these in the last video, one of the last videos whenever me and Brandy were making this stand, but they actually sponsored the channel with these 5 solar panels, 100 watts each, and they are the mono type. This camera doesn't zoom in as good. Yeah, so 500 watts in the 6,000 watt inverter. Like I said, if you guys are interested in getting some of this stuff, go to their website. Big sale, Black Friday. Guys, don't miss out on it. This is what you're into. So the big mistake I brought up earlier is, so the plan was to be able to leave the solar panels over there, and I had enough cord to come over here and hook all this stuff up. Well, once I actually opened up my cord box, my cord bag, I literally think I have about 25 feet of cord. So that's a big mistake on my part, thinking I was ready to set all this up. I'm not. One option I do have, and I may do this, I really don't want to, just because I like my pine tree, but I may end up taking this pine tree out and some of these other oak trees out. We'll just wait and see, and putting that system right here, so I have enough cord without, I don't have to wait an extra week to get this all hooked up. That'll be easy to move. So I mean, I could move it over here, don't cut any trees down, just move it over here and get what I get, and then I could order some more wire, longer wire, and then just move it back over there where it's in full sun most of the day. So that might be the thing I do, but really made a big mistake thinking I had 100 foot where I can hook it up all right now, and I don't. So no hooking it up all the way in this video for sure. But I would like to show you guys the basic setup I'm going to do. It's literally pretty much the same thing as Martin Johnson's doing. I don't know if I told you guys in the past, but I got all this stuff off his website. It's trying to mirror his without like the inverter stuff, because I got that sponsored. So we're not going to have the same inverter, but for the most part it's going to be pretty close to the same setup he has, same batteries and a controller, charge controller, and some other things. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited to get it all hooked up. Let me set this all up and show you guys how we're going to do this, explain to you what the plan is.
Hi, I'm going on an adventure.
Did you got a treasure map? What is that?
Yeah. So, Hope special map. Woods, and then we go in a loop.
So where do you start at? Where's the woods at? Which part of the woods is that?
There
should be two. That tells me there's 2 trees, and you start between those 2 trees. But
right there.
we got a lot of 2 trees.
Right there. Right there.
Those 2 trees?
Yeah, those 2 trees, and then you're gonna loop. There's gonna be frogs everywhere.
What? Frogs?
Yeah, they're gonna jump on your face and attack you. And then you go up, and then there's a rose bush with thorns. And then
No, we don't have a rose bush around
I know,
here.
but what if
is this
we
make
did?
believe or is this real?
Make
Is this real life or is this make believe?
Make believe.
Okay, I'm with you then.
And then we go right there,
Okay.
and then we go right here.
Where's the fairies at?
We'll put the surprise.
There's no fairies, but there's frogs.
Surprise fox. No, we
There's
don't.
a fox too.
No, that's not what we do yet.
Okay.
I just had to write it right there.
Okay, you go have fun while I do some
And
work.
look,
Okay. Well,
X marks the spot, and then we go up right here, and then surprise
that
box.
sounds like a good treasure map.
What?
I should bury a treasure out here one day and make you a real map for your
Okay.
sisters. How's that sound?
Yeah. Good.
That'd be fun, right?
Yeah. And what if we made rock climbing on a tree? Like we can
I
climb
don't know,
it.
maybe. Look at Gracie and Lily.
You want to watch me do something
Look
on
at Lily. Look
trampoline?
at Lily. Look.
Like hi. I'm gonna do something on
That's
trampoline.
funny. Okay, do something. I'll show you.
What should I do?
What you doing? Popcorn?
Yeah. Let me try to do it without touching. with my
Okay.
hands. And then these are the only thing.
Good job. Quick glimpse at the turkeys. They're coming along nicely. Oh, that knocked it all over. So this is the board that I'm going to be mounting everything on. Got my charge controller, so we'll be bringing the wires in from outside, hooking them up to the charge controller. And I'm not going to try to explain everything to you guys, but then our shut-off switch, and then our Victron energy, it tells us how much percentage is going in and how all that, and then negative, bus bar, positive, my blue C, oh, I think that's a 250 amp breaker fuse. This actually goes to that. And I've got a diagram to go off of from Martin, how all this goes. And then like the batteries will be over here. This will go up. I'll mount all this, get this all ready, not wired, but then I'll mount this up onto the well, inside the well house. And one thing I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that inverter. The inverter is so big, it's like 80 or 85 pounds, really, really heavy. I'll walk in there and show you. You guys seen where it's at right now, but I don't know if I need to mount it up above to run everything to it. You guys give me some comments down below. What do you think? Where do you think I should mount the inverter? Should I leave it where it's at? Do I need to put it up above, or just give me some advice down below? But yeah, this is basically, for the most part, what we have right now to get all this going. And I'll explain more obviously once we're actually hooking it up. And I think we're actually, my brother-in-law, my father-in-law are going to come over tomorrow, and we're going to try to get this all wired up. And I think I've determined within the last hour, after talking to you guys earlier, I was messing with some stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and move the solar over here. My other solar just got delivered, so I'll be setting that up tomorrow too. So we very well possibly could be getting solar tomorrow. We'll wait and see. Whatever we do set up, I'm going to show you guys obviously, and we're going to be learning this together and making mistakes together. Hopefully do it right, no mistakes, because one mistake could cost you a lot of money on this stuff, and we don't want to do that. We're trying to do this. We're paying for this out of pocket obviously, but we can't just be wasting money like that. None of us can. We can't afford that, so it needs to be done right. So we got instructions and all that we'll be reading up on. So yeah, that's the basic setup we got. These will be coming from the solar panels to that, and then all the battery stuff. So walk in there for a minute. Okay, so like I said, that's like 85 pounds, but I could put some cross braces up there and mount it up there if I need to. I just don't know yet if everything will be fine, okay, how it is right there. We got options. We can turn it up this way, mount it up there, get some heavy bolts screwed into the studs and all that. Give me some comments down below. What do you guys think? And we're going to be running these in a series to make 48 volts, positive to negative, and then I think positive to negative or negative to positive, but we'll get all that figured out. So we'll have that in a series and be hooking it all up right here. And we'll show more about this inverter in the future video when we're actually setting it all up. The only problem is, I think we made these too short, so I need to run to town and see if I can't find some more before all the stores close. If you can see that, that's not going to work, so I have to bend it over. And whenever I got these last time, these were literally the last 8 they had, and we used all 8 of them. So if anything, we'll get everything set up but the batteries, if I don't get the cables in time. So once we get all that hooked up, then we'll, at the very end, when all that's hooked up, we'll hook our solar up and then go from there. I was watching a lot of stuff on these on these inverters. You have to actually pre-charge them or they throw a big spark. So I'm going to show my father-in-law that, because you can actually do some stuff to actually pre-charge them so they don't throw a big spark. This is all new to me. It's exciting stuff. And once I've had this once we get it all set up, I'll be a lot more knowledgeable on it. But right now, just reading stuff and not actually doing it yet, it kind of goes in one ear and out the other a lot for me. So hope I don't confuse anyone out there when I'm talking about this stuff, but I am excited to get this all hooked up to be able to produce our own energy out here on the homestead. Quit using the generator as much. We'll still need the generator and all that, but just not near as much. And we've already been cutting way back with using that big battery box that we got inside there. That's been working out awesome for us. So yeah, so I think that's all I got for you guys in today's video. Like I said, if I don't see you guys on Thanksgiving, have a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys really do have a good time with your family, and just cherish your moments with your family, because for some of you guys watching this could be your last Thanksgiving with some of your family members. Could be my last Thanksgiving. You just don't ever know. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So enjoy your time with loved ones as much as possible. Make those memories for your children, for your grandchildren, because once we're gone, that's all our kids have. Our grandkids, and I don't have grandkids, but you guys know what I mean, your grandkids, all they have is the memories of their mom and dad and their grandma and grandpa and their loved ones. So make those memories, guys. Don't be bickering and fighting on holidays. There's other days for that. This is where you need to be your best behavior. Growing up, I can tell you guys some crazy stories about my childhood growing up, but we won't go into all that. But I have a lot of memories. Some aren't the best, some are good, but we try to make the better memories for our kids here on the homestead, and I know a lot of you guys do too. So all right, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Be safe traveling, and I'll catch you on the next video.